Okay, it is the start of the India versus Afghanistan series. First game in Mohali, not too far away from us, and maybe a degree or two less there. We'll get to the weather that is being spoken about. You must have already seen a few videos that the BCCI has put talking about the weather. But before that, welcome back to Siddharth, who had a long extended holiday, enjoyed. While we were all working hard here, he was enjoying.
I did not miss anything. I really didn't miss anything.
Why? Vacations of that only.
See, you had a Cape Town so-called test match that was really blinkiness. 642 balls, 3.5 sessions. That's it.
But a lot happened in that match.
I know, a lot happened. I was actually intrigued by what Steve Waugh was ranting about. Like, Test cricket is being, because of South Africa's reluctance to field a A team to New Zealand. I found that hilarious. Coming from Australia.
No, we don't want to know your cricketing opinion. What did you do on your holiday? You want to know that?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't do much because it was raining and foggy in Bhopal. Couldn't do much. Went to a Mela.
Mela?
Yes.
For what occasion was there a Mela?
There is always a Mela. There is always a Mela in
everywhere. There are those Ferris wheel.
I went on the Ferris wheel. Oh my goodness.
Typical.
Ooh, it wasn't a good experience.
It was the end of the year, festival time.
Yeah.
Usually
It's a shopping paradise. It's also a paradise for all those who want to relive their old days of the Mela and all that kind of a thing.
You know what? There was this one match also, Siddharth, which took place in Bhopal, and we almost thought that you'd organized it or something.
Which match?
This match, which was hosted by one of the organizations over there, in which those representing or playing in that match were Vedic Brahmins.
Oh, Vedic
playing
Brahmins.
in dhotis and kurtas. The commentary was in Sanskrit. I was trying to spot you in the footage that we got.
No,
there.
but this is nothing new. It's happened last
Exactly,
year
yes,
also.
it
COVID
is.
time it started.
It's an annual
His
tournament.
point is, it may have
Yeah.
happened, but did you have a role to play?
I think I missed it. I think it was just before I think I went
Did
there.
you have a role to play in it? Are you in the organizing committee?
Nah. Would
Like,
love to.
can't
but,
be a coincidence that a man's over there, this cricket being played, and
but I think I missed it. I think I reached there on the first night I reached. My Indian Railways Zindabad, thank you. 8 hours
conditions
late.
are tough these days.
Track maintenance. Don't blame it on the conditions.
Okay.
There was no fog. Somehow, but I was missing sports today, and I would like to thank one of our family members, Austin Kuna, for constantly keeping me in touch. Every single day.
How come?
He would ping me with all these things. Sir, do you know that this has happened? What is your opinion? So I was never far from the action thanks to Austin. Thanks, Austin Kuna, for keeping me in touch with what's happening. Otherwise, I was in a bubble. And even now, before the live started, we were debating.
You were debating with Austin?
Yes.
Did he give you a stunner?
No. I escaped. I countered into a rock bottom.
Talking about the weather, because you encountered some rough weather, that's why your train was delayed today. And if there was bad weather in Delhi, as I said, Mohali is always one step worse. Degree colder. And if you get fog here, there'll be denser fog there, slightly compared to Delhi. So we've already seen a video of the Indian team where players from Gujarat and Mumbai and other parts of the country, Chennai, all shivering, saying we're not used to this kind of cold. But it's not just the cold, it'll be interesting to see the visibility and so on and so forth, because the last 2 days here in North India, in fact yesterday and today are okay so far, but the days before that in the evening also you were getting a lot of fog.
Yeah.
So that would then not be ideal in terms of visibility, and this is white ball cricket, so makes it even tougher to spot that, even though you've got great lights and all of that at Mohali. So those things are going to be very crucial. So we'll wait and watch what happens. Now this is something that will be out of the control of the organizers.
We
start
did do
on
one
time.
update right in the World Cup. Play halted due to fog. India, New Zealand, Dharamshala.
Yes. If you remember that, and that time it wasn't even peak winters. Now you're in the middle of the peak winters. Though I agree, Dharamshala much higher altitude, so more chances of that happening. But I mean, ideally, this sort of a game, knowing that you're playing in the north, should have been a 4 o'clock sort of a start.
Yeah.
4 to 7. I know that the broadcasters are very keen on prime time slots, but at least looking at the players, the conditions, I think 4 to 7 ideal time.
Or hold it, I mean, the logic was, and this is what really befuddled me, was that apparently they thought that the worst of the cold wave would be done by now in the north. But it's never really done.
No chance.
Till February end.
Yes,
Yeah.
in fact, if you see in the last decade, winter has shifted gradually.
Yeah.
So earlier it would start, like peak winter would start in November and by Jan end it would finish. It shifted. Now it starts December end and goes till February end.
Yeah.
So that 3-month real cold period has kind of shifted a month. It's happened over the last decade. You'll
Yes.
notice it. Because why I tell you, like a lot of places in the hills that I know of, I have relatives or where I spend time. So the time of the year where you used to get snow has also gradually shifted, and now places where you only get snow once in the winters, I'm not talking about places which get snow throughout the winters, but only once in the winters, that's moved to February.
Yes.
Telling you that February now is the coldest month in north of India.
To give you an example, Gulmarg by now does see about 2 spells of snowfall. Right now, it's not even seen one.
Yes, but those 2 will come, but it'll happen Jan Feb.
Correct.
Yeah.
I remember Holi also last year. It was celebrated in a sweater last year. It was cold. You had springtime. You remember?
No,
fog
I
was
didn't
there.
wear sweater. I remember the last Holi.
It was cold though. It
He
wasn't,
feels extra cold. It's okay.
He does not feel cold.
No, he doesn't.
No,
feel cold at all.
wind gets to him. Don't say that.
The wind gets to
but
him, but otherwise, the man
He's
wears
the
a,
AC man.
the man
Yes.
wears a polo for what, 9 months of the year.
No, 12.
Yesterday when I had come, the cold really got to me. Yesterday. Because it was windy.
And you missed the worst of it. Trust me when I say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last
Yes,
2 days have been
yesterday,
okay.
yeah, because you've had sunlight in the daytime. Prior to that, you were having no sunlight. It was like a scene out of Game of Thrones. Winter really has come.
Yeah, but perhaps, because you're talking about everything being pushed. You looked at 2023 in the recorded history of this planet was the warmest year ever.
Yikes.
So yeah, maybe that's why you're seeing everything being delayed furthermore. And the sort of cold wave you were expecting right towards the end was actually delayed by a
in
couple of
Delhi
days also.
last year, in May you were having fog. You remember fans were not run. Yes.
May.
So you didn't have fog, but it was definitely cool.
It was cool. It was fans were not put and you were saying, wow, this is May in Delhi. Memes were.
I remember it was raining a lot also. The rain was on and off.
There was fog in May.
Even a few IPL games, I remember you were crossing your fingers and hoping that, So it does happen.
It does. I mean, it was freak weather in May. But then after that, it showed its true colors.
No, but then I remember even this year, you had at least some consistent spades of rain, which you weren't having for the past few years. So you had that. I mean, consistent, but it was off season.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
I think this peak winter also you do have rain, but I think we've not had it yet.
It did
Not
threaten.
here,
It did threaten.
But we saw, but you're still sort of expecting it to go a notch higher, let's say, in terms of it getting even more frigid, even more icy
It
out there.
Oof.
Look at the visibility even now.
Yeah, I fear for everyone out there, like not just because you see them wearing multiple layers, but from a cricketing perspective, I don't know, because and this is what the camera is, by the way, catching.
Yeah.
So it's got to be denser than this. You take out your camera in the fog, it doesn't go. The camera is always going to make it look much better, but it's not going to be as clear as it looks on cam. So I don't know if we are starting on time today.
You should play with the red ball then. At least it'll be visible.
You need a pink ball right now.
You need a pink ball T20I. Why not?
It is Rahul Dravid's 51st birthday.
Yes.
So, sending him all the good wishes.
Yep. The wall turns 51. Yep. Jan
no
11th, 1973.
personal leave for him.
Maybe he has his family over there.
Okay.
I don't think so.
No.
It's
See, anyway, in his next 2 places, he will have family there. No? Indore and Bangalore.
Yeah, but you know what family is
Yeah,
different. They're not there.
They are not there.
Celebrating, but he's celebrating with his extended family, which is his team.
And
He
fans.
is the coach of the Indian cricket team. And so he's celebrating his birthday with them.
Yep.
I've been seeing social media. Everyone's been wishing him. The man who's spent the most amount of time on the crease in Test cricket history.
30,000 balls.
most balls faced in Test cricket history.
Yep. Was one of the first to score in all the 9 test playing nations.
Yes. Wasn't it the first with 100 catches in Test matches also? I think.
Was it not Fleming? But Fleming would have done
No.
before him also, maybe.
No, Fleming and Markwa were.
Huh.
Markwa may have been. I don't know.
I thought was the first, but I think see, Dravid is the first and the only to get to 200 as a non-keeper.
200.
200, yes, he's
Only
the
man.
first, only man, non-keeper. Then, if you have to look at it, he's better than Tendulkar because 9 test playing nations he's gotten 100
No, but
everywhere.
you can't give a passing statement that is
That's
better than
okay.
Tendulkar.
Tendulkar never has a ton in Zimbabwe.
Wait, because that will really diminish his legacy.
Yeah.
It's like that line which someone had, no, that Sachin's name is not there on the log's honors board, and someone said, is that the Sachin's loss or the honors board's loss?
But Dravid has. His name is there.
No, I'm saying it's worthy of a debate, yes.
Yeah.
But you can't say that's why he's better than.
He's been clickbait on air.
Test matches, I mean, see, he was your ultimate stabilizing factor in the 90s. Remember that. He batted at 5, then he moved to 3, weathered the storm. Yes, the one thing that will go against him is that he never had a good record in 2 of the Sena countries, South Africa and Australia. Just 100 there. Struggled in all the other tours apart from that. That's the only thing. Otherwise, fantastic record in England, fantastic record in New Zealand.
Always the team man,
Yes.
ever ready to do whatever the team asked him to. Wasn't fixated with his batting position as some other legends could be. He was such a big name that he could have also said no, I am the number 3
Yeah,
batter.
yeah.
I ain't moving.
Yeah.
You have the batting order around me. No, the team needed it to open. He said okay, I'll open. Team needed him to keep the wickets. It's okay, no problem. I'll keep wickets. Whatever you asked him to do, he did it. Forever the team man. Could also bowl some dibbly-dobbly off spin because his batting all of you know about. But I'm just talking about his.
Not bad to have Kirsten and Klusner as one of your.
As I think
players.
Shastri once said, he was that guy, you ask him to walk on water, he'd walk on water for the team.
No. If you ask him to run through a wall, he could try and do that. Walking on water, you have to be Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But that's Shastri for you. Shastri, yeah.
Rahul Dravid, Jesus Christ.
Like, running through a wall is where you show your
Great
the
willpower.
determination. I'll do it for you.
Walking
Walking on
on
water, though, it's not up to you.
Superhuman.
I think the first guy who would bat superbly with the tail.
Yeah.
Test
VVS
match.
too.
VVS was next level. I mean,
wasn't it
specialized in
VVS
that.
one time who lost his school? It was Pragyan
Pragyan
Ojha.
Ojha, yes. Mohali.
Yeah,
Mohali.
same venue only.
October 1 to 5, the test match against Australia, where we won by 1 wicket.
So Rahul Dravid's birthday. What else is making news? There are reports about. I read contrasting reports because we discussed it a lot. That Dravid has said no. We've decided on Yashasvi and Rohit. They'll continue to open. But then there are also reports which says no. Rahul's kept the option open of opening with Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma.
I think that's been construed because he said yesterday while he was talking about the 11s and Yashasvi opening with Rohit, he said that nothing's closed as of now. So all he meant probably over there was, and I was listening to the presser, all he meant was that we're keeping all doors open in terms of permutation combinations. Nothing's sort of sealed, signed and delivered.
15 months later, the captain of the Indian cricket team.
Yeah, 426 or 27 odd days. I was just reading that Rohit Sharma is back playing T20Is.
Yep.
And of course he's played. No, there has been no IPL also since then. So he hasn't played any sort of.
Oh no.
Rohit,
22 November,
November
was
it
the, he
finished.
played
23
23. He wasn't
played,
very good.
So, yeah.
He wasn't.
He wasn't.
So
That's
he's
right.
played T20 cricket, not T20Is.
Yeah.
So the first T20I that he's playing after
Yep.
400 plus days.
After that England drubbing.
Yeah, Adelaide. Drubbing? Yeeks. Nightmare. And yes, Rohit didn't have a good IPL, but Virat had a fantastic IPL of over 600 runs, I think.
Yeah, but the good start that Rohit has got, he's won the toss, decided to bowl first. So India would be chasing, as has become the norm in T20 cricket per se. You always want to know the total and then go for it. Good chance that Jitesh Sharma is going to be your keeper, as we had picked the 11 yesterday evening. There were, of course, visuals of him warming up, keeping the wicket. So he's going to be a wicket-keeper batter. But there could also be a chance, which we briefly discussed when we made our 11. You could look at Sanju Samson as a pure batter too.
Yeah.
You could, but I doubt that that's going to happen. They may look, because anyway between a Tilak and a Dube, you'll have to keep one person out. So
Dube.
Dube. Our subscribers know who we're talking about.
That's been since 2022 consistently. Dube.
Dube. And I think he bowled well in one of the games prior to this game.
Really? Who was it against?
I don't know, but I think he got a 4-wicket haul, if I'm not mistaken.
In a domestic game?
Domestic game, yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Even Venkatesh Iyer gets wickets in domestic cricket, then bowl for his franchise.
Exactly. Poor guy.
Yeah, in a domestic game, yes, could have. We were discussing his bowling yesterday, and we said that you can play him, but at best, maybe an over.
Seventh bowler.
Seventh bowler, yeah, maybe an over. Or two, if he is successful in that one over that he bowls. Maybe a two. But you wouldn't want to bowl him in the death for sure. In the middle somewhere, maybe. That's the only option, and at best he'll get an over or two.
Lucknow Super Giants ended Shivam Dube's bowling aspirations in the death in 2022.
I would say Ross Taylor did it before that, but
Of course. Ross Taylor, but that wasn't the death overs, it was the middle overs.
yeah, but that's where he's supposed to be.
34 runs.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. His career with the ball.
The good thing is, I'm reading the pitch report, there was no dew last night. There will be no dew today as well. So that's good, at least the ball does not get wet. There will be a lot of dew on the ground in winters the next day in north of India. So if you have an early start the next day, then the ground's very wet.
Been there.
But it doesn't happen in a game that starts in the evening. So it takes time. So that's a good thing, no dew. And I guess that hasn't really changed Rohit Sharma's mind, because he has yet decided to field first and would be chasing. Because if there was dew, then 100% he would have decided that. But because there is no prediction of dew, I think still, I guess the norm in T20 is to know the target and chase, as we have seen. So that's what has happened. We are going to be looking at India's team as well.
Yeah.
Yashasvi is
out.
not well.
Yeah.
Yashasvi is out. Sanju Samson and Avesh miss out.
Even Kuldeep is not playing. Sanju Avesh, Jaiswal and Kuldeep are not playing. That's what he said. Jaiswal, he says he didn't pull up well this morning.
So Jaiswal obviously got the
cold.
We did see pictures of Jaiswal during the warm-up. He was there, but wearing the full woolens and also the cap and everything.
So you mean to tell me Virat Kohli is out from beforehand, Yashasvi now gets ruled out, and Sanju Samson still can't get a game?
No, but that's because I told you yesterday, because if you are going to be looking at, point changing things for one game or two. I'll tell you why, and just to explain, because people, I know that Sanju has a massive fan following and everyone would want to, we're wanting him to play. But if his future is going to be at number 6, 7, then you might as well try him there only. Because Virat is going to be back, Yashasvi is going to be fit, then what does he, even for Sanju's sake, if you look at it, let him not be fighting for that top order spot.
Oh yeah.
Because if he does, then it's going to be a bit of a problem. Let him instead, there is only one competition there in Jitesh, let him instead put his hand up for that spot, and then let it be a straight off shoot off between a Sanju Samson and a Jitesh. So even for Sanju's sake, it would be better that they don't consider him as a top order start, because I'll tell you what will happen if you used to do it. If he fails, you say, see, got a chance there, no good. If he got runs also, you'll say, but that's not the role we're giving him. We already know that he bats in the top order. We need him as a finisher. Where you are in a situation right now where they've not even picked Shreyas Iyer into the squad and mentioned it very clearly that Shreyas cannot be picked because we have too many top order batsmen.
Yes.
Why would even a Sanju want to now compete for that? If I was Sanju, I'd also say,
forget about
I'd
it.
rather compete there, because there's a better chance of me making the cut there than that top order when everyone is available, either when they are fit or personal reasons are done and dusted or whatever.
Even if he heard his head coach yesterday, if a Shreyas Iyer can be dropped because there's too many batters out there,
I just said that.
then the same logic. Did you?
Yes,
I was
he
too
did.
busy with the graphic.
Of course you were.
Of course.
Sorry. So,
I was waiting for the
YouTube.
No, he just did a Harshit. It's okay.
No.
Does it almost every show.
Every show.
once in
It's just a thing. No, it happened yesterday also.
Yesterday also.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But very interesting lineup because they playing 3 spinners.
Yeah.
3 spinners. So our predicted lineup is completely gone for a toss.
So, but, again, remember we spoke about it yesterday. They only have 3 fast bowlers.
Yeah.
And if all 3 are going to play, who will be the backup? Maybe, now I'm just saying, maybe they had it in their mind that we are going to be playing 3 spinners. See, this, now see, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you just look at the squad and we try and make 11s based on conventional logic. But when the first playing 11 is made, then you get a sneak peek into what the thought process is of the team management. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, and we'll debate that going forward. But clearly the thought process while you were picking up the teams was that we're going to be playing 3 spinners. But just to add to that, because you spoke about Virat not being there and Yashasvi not fit yet, Sanju cannot make it to the 11. That I don't find surprising. The fact is that India is playing 3 spinners and Kuldeep Yadav doesn't make it, because what I heard Rohit Sharma say is not that he's not fit or anything. Kuldeep misses out is what he said.
Bishnoi
That's a
gets
bit of a-
rewarded for his performances in
South
Australia. And Australia. He was the leading wicket taker there.
9 wickets, right?
Yeah.
But it still surprises me.
Yeah, I would be playing Kuldeep as your first choice wrist spinner any day of the week. Any day of the week. But let's quickly just go over the lineup because again, very interesting. You've got Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill to open. No surprises there. Tilak Verma at 3, Shivam Dube at 4, Jitesh Sharma at 5, keeping the wickets. Then you've got Rinku Singh, Akshar Patel, Washington Sundar, gives you batting till essentially number
5
8.
left-handers.
Exactly. 5 left-handers. When is Wow. Then you've got Ravi Bishnoi, Ashdeep Singh, and Mukesh Kumar rounding off your 11.
So why it's interesting is because it's giving you a sneak peek into the thought process of what Rohit Sharma is going to be doing, right? All eyes are on Rohit Sharma and the Indian team in this T20I series, which is why we said it's very important, not because of the opposition that you have, not because it's a bilateral series, but this is what is going to tell you what India is going to be doing at the T20 World Cup. Because after this, they'll only be playing Test cricket and then IPL, and we'll never have an idea in terms of the combination or the thought process that Rohit Sharma is going to have. So this is giving you an idea into what they might be doing. So 3 spinners in Mohali, might I add, the least of the favorable surfaces for spinners in India. So if they're going to be doing this in Mohali, then you're pretty much sure that they're going to be doing this going forward in the remaining 2 T20Is as well. Yeah, you're playing in Indore and Bangalore. Bangalore also, spinners tend to do well. UZ Chahal is a case in point.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Only case in point maybe.
But we'll see. But I'm saying even this is a similar ground because it doesn't help spinners. It helps fast bowlers. It has short boundaries. So quite similar to, if you were going to look at team combination that you would get in Bangalore. So this is what I'm saying, and it's telling you're playing in cold conditions, winters, all of those things pointing towards going with fast bowlers, and yet you have decided to go in spinners. Gives you a thought process. I don't know whether it's based on the fact that your T20 World Cup is going to be in the West Indies.
Could be.
No, but even there, we just saw the series that West Indies played versus England. None were really, helping spin bowlers.
It was flat decks.
Yeah, so you would need fast bowlers. So I'm a bit surprised that they've done that, but at least you're getting an idea in terms of what their bowling lineup is going to be, unless that fast bowling option, which all of us were kind of discounting, and for good reason, that Shivam Dube can't be that guy. Maybe they are thinking of Shivam Dube like that, because as Siddharth points out, he's done well in some
game he picked up 4 wickets, which has been a long time afterwards that he's done well with the ball.
I mean, maybe they're also looking at batting till 8. I mean, they were trying it ad nauseum in the World Cup until a combination change forced them to do otherwise. But in T20, you want to be batting till 8. In ODIs, it perhaps wasn't that much of a necessity.
But at the cost of a seamer.
No. Right now, they don't have a fit Hardik. You have other seamers also who will come in.
If the seamer had to come in, a spinner would go out.
Go
Let's say
out.
Bishnoi goes out, hypothetically, seamer comes in. So, doesn't spoil your batting till 8. No,
Exactly.
is what he's trying to say.
You'll drop one of your full-time spinners, then maybe their choice is not to go with a wrist spinner. I don't know. Could very well be an indication that you play both Akshar and Washington, because both are all-rounders. Different kind of bowling also, because one's off spin, one's orthodox.
One bowls in the power play, the other doesn't.
I mean, Akshar also does bowl in the power play now, so
Seldom, but not as much as your
does it for your franchise, yeah.
Not as much, and we know how successful he is over there.
Well, he's actually one of your better players.
Better players, but
Yes,
again,
let's be honest.
but
And with the bat also, he's got.
with the bat, I trust him more at the moment, not with the ball, let's say.
Fair, but I think that's a direction pointing towards it, that you bat till 8 and you have 2 part-time spinners because you're going to get flat decks anyway. I don't know, it could very well be a thought process.
Oh, I think maybe they're ready to sacrifice your bowling abilities for your batting abilities. So hypothetically, I mean, not hypothetically, actually, case in point, let's say Kuldeep Yadav, who's a better spinner, but you would not go with a Kuldeep because he may not offer you much with the bat, and you'd rather go with a Washi or an Akshar, because you may have decided that in T20 cricket, batting is going to be very crucial, and if there is a marginal difference in bowling abilities between the spinners, it's okay. I'll take the slightly lesser of the 2 spinners, so long as he can give me some batting.
Plus, I mean, if the last
Those bits and pieces sort of idea is coming into play, which actually is less in ODIs and less, even more so in Test, where Test is completely specialist sort of a game, and ODI reduces. Maybe in T20 they're saying it doesn't matter. Each of these bowlers are good enough to be playing international, and the difference between them is marginal. But if he's giving me batting, I'm going with a Washi or an Akshar or a Ravindra Jadeja over a Bishnoi or a Kuldeep.
Plus, I mean, if the last 2 World Cups, T20 World Cups have taught you anything, India are very averse to playing a spinner in the 11.
Yeah. Use each L, a case in point. Leading IPL wicket taker, one of them in 2022.
Bench for who?
Warms the bench.
Yeah.
And the other problem is because your pacers don't bat.
But I'm not too sure if it's a good theory to go with.
No, I'm in agreement with you.
You need a specialist.
I'm saying I agree with you. I'm saying this is the thought maybe the team management is going, right?
Yeah,
which
whether
is
it's right,
indicative
wrong.
of the team that they picked. You and me may not agree with it.
Whether it's right or wrong, you'll come to know on June 30th.
Maybe before that.
Earlier than that.
No, but I'm in agreement with it. I'll go with a better bowler for sure. Like Kuldeep not playing, I can't see a Washi or a Akshar play ahead of a Kuldeep.
Yeah.
No chance.
Maybe
He's
if
a
you
better
want,
spinner.
see, Jadeja will come back in the broader
But
scheme of
Kuldeep
things.
will be against Bishnoi.
But I'm saying, even if I was to not look at that, now if I'm playing 3 spinners, am I not going to play my 3 best spinners?
Kuldeep is your best spinner by a country mile.
Yeah.
I would want to play him. Come what may. How I make that arrangement is another
I'm saying
thing.
because see, the other 2 still offer you something with the bat. Bishnoi doesn't. Again, Bishnoi, Kuldeep, you could put, let's say again, maybe
No, you'd
Kuldeep
play
ahead of
Kuldeep
actually Bishnoi.
Yeah, because he's the better bowler.
And a better batter as well, let's
I
say.
mean, not by much, just
But
not that's
exactly,
marginal.
a
doesn't
little,
matter.
let's say a couple of millimeters ahead of him maybe.
Kuldeep comes in, you have 6 left-handers.
Here I think you're only trying to see what Bishnoi can offer. Can he do again, can he provide the same sort of performance that he did in the previous series?
See, why did we all drop Ravi Bishnoi after a good Asia Cup? He was very good in the game against Pakistan.
That's phenomenal.
Yet you bench him. Okay. Where I look at it, in the directionless way which Indian cricket is going at this point in time, they are not able to get the problem of plenty sorted out with them. See, Jadeja is there, but Akshar will be playing because until the IPL, Jadeja is not going to be available. He will play only the tests. Kuldeep / Bishnoi, on current form, you would want Bishnoi to start because he did very well in the Australia series at home.
Yeah.
He also did well in the South Africa series as well.
But Kuldeep is your best.
Exactly,
white ball
Kuldeep
spinner,
is a premier
He
bowler,
wasn't
yaar.
playing a lot of T20 cricket. In ODI World Cup, he was your standout spinner.
Exactly.
Before that Asia Cup, standout spinner.
But again, mixing
Nobody
form-
was
Wasn't
ahead
he
of him.
man of the tournament Asia Cup? I think he was.
I don't remember that.
He had 2 fifers.
Huh.
Yeah, he had 2 fifers. I think 5 wickets against Pakistan, 4 against Sri Lanka.
Something like that.
Yeah. In one day, I think he took 9 wickets, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because
there was not much of a gap, so that's why.
24 hours basically.
Yeah, 24
Yeah.
hours, so that's why. He was one of them, but then again, mixing formats.
I mean, Sanju Samson is back in the squad because he scored 100 in ODIs, mixing formats.
I know, same. That's why, directionless. Indian cricket is directionless.
You know someone else who spoke recently interestingly about India lacking a direction in T20, Asdeep Dasgupta, said very clearly that Rohit Virat's recall. That's his exact word, by the way.
But I'll cut the Indian team some slack simply because we have to wait for what this does, right? What you can see is a change of approach that has come about. Who knows? And the one big thing that we've been talking about based on India's failures in T20 is that they're continuing to do the same thing over and over again. it's not paying any dividends, yet you're continuing. So at some point they had to change things.
Yeah.
I'm sure their team management and the coach whose birthday it is, as well as the captain who's making a comeback after 400 plus days, maybe sat together and thought that, okay, let's come up with a different roadmap. Personnel might be the same, because that's what we've been talking about. It's pretty much the same personnel that you've been going with the 2 World Cup, nothing changed, but maybe the approach and your team combinations and who you're picking kind of changes. Now, as we said earlier, that you would play somebody else and then paratroop another player and be very safe in your selection. Maybe they thought, okay, let's gamble a bit, and what's decided. What's lucky now, looking at the team for either Tilak or Dubey, is that Yashasvi Jaiswal's injury, because Yashasvi Jaiswal, because of a sore right groin, he is ruled out of this game, which has allowed Tilak or Dubey to make the 11 today. Because if Yashasvi was playing, then obviously you would have had a situation where Shubman then comes in at number three, and then that would have pushed either Tilak or Dubey
Only
out,
one
because
of Tilak or Dubey could have.
yeah, because then Jitesh would have been there, Rinku would have been there, and then if that is the bowling lineup that you're going with, it would have. So it has allowed both of them to then come back into the team. But also looking at the bowling lineup, so they got Mukesh, Arshdeep, Bishnoi, Washi, Akshar. So effectively only 5 bowlers, with Dubey as your 6th bowling option.
Tilak 7th.
And Tilak.
So Tilak and Dubey are basically your 6th bowler.
Yeah.
If you're really going that route.
Wow.
I wouldn't want to.
No, I wouldn't want to either.
So basically what has happened is that
I don't mind 1 over each from both. I want to see how many overs has Tilak really bowled? 6-7 overs in international.
Tilak is actually on thin ice when it comes to batting.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is actually on thin ice. After that 3 50s that he had against the West Indies, he's really struggled.
Yes.
And if you look at it, Shivam Dubey, it's a godsend, this injury to Yashasvi Jaiswal, because in the choice of Tilak and Shivam, Tilak would have fitted in.
In fact, not just Tilak, he's competing with 2 people who under normal circumstances would be starting right in. Either Tilak or Rinku Singh.
Rinku.
Both of whom right now have probably
Now
a
in
sneak
this
ahead of him.
In this new group, the only guy who is undroppable at this point in time is Rinku Singh. Okay.
I would argue Jaiswal too, but
Again, we don't know. See, if Rohit, Virat come back in the
then
scheme of
yes,
things,
then no, forget about
and
it.
there is a school of thought that Rohit and Virat will open, where does Jaiswal fit in?
Then the
Then he
entire
fits,
thing
no,
goes
there is a
awry.
perfect no.
Undroppable is only Rinku Singh. What about Rohit Sharma? He's also undroppable.
So is Kohli.
So Kohli, but again, I mean, in the new group, I'm saying the new Rohit, Virat, I mean, therefore,
I'll tell you where Yashasvi will slot in. A
Bench.
nice spot made for him on the chair.
on the chair.
You go.
That's the problem. So see, Rinku Singh.
No, but Rahul Dravid has said that Yashasvi is going to open.
He would have been if not for the injury.
Yeah.
But I think once Kohli is back, then.
Why?
very
Kohli
dodgy.
bats at 3?
Again, that blueprint with which Kohli is batting at this point in time doesn't allow him to bat.
That's
at
his
If you
position.
want to go that way,
What do
sure.
you mean if you want to? That's his batting position.
not in the IPL.
Not in the IPL, exactly.
Yeah,
He
but,
opens.
yeah, but he opened in the IPL previously as well, and yet batted 3 for India.
And had very
That's
mixed
where
results.
the
Exactly.
struggles happened. That's where Virat's struggles happened.
110 strike rate against spin last year, middle overs.
But it's a big improvement. From 100 to 110. That is improvement. The fans will be satisfied with that.
Don't
You have to
start.
understand that.
The
because
fans need to understand.
Are
the
you not
100.
a fan?
I'm not a fan as per se, but see, I like Kohli and Rohit's contributions to cricket, but idol worshipping and all these kind of fandom, no, I'm not a fandom of that sense. If they make a mistake, then you have to pan them. If I'm a fan, I'm not allowed that liberty to. So that's
You
why-
can, you can choose to.
No, I mean that disrupts my factuality.
My point is, as a fan, you can choose to be a neutral fan. You can choose to actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
neutral fan.
I'm just, no, let's say if I'm a Nadal fan,
Yeah.
and if he's playing badly, I will still criticize him. If I'm a Messi fan,
Yeah.
if he's not played well, I criticize him.
But you are
As
an
a fan, you
exception
can.
to the norm.
No, but I'm saying don't.
It's possible, but it's possible.
You're a Chelsea fan. You're wearing a Chelsea jersey. If they play badly, don't you?
I mean,
criticize?
last 1.5 seasons has been that. You still
You
support them,
criticize
but you
them.
do criticize when things go wrong.
There. Fans can also criticize,
But-
you can be a fan and yet criticize. I can be a Virat Kohli fan. I am a Virat Kohli fan, but I criticize him for when certain things are not
necessary.
right. But why I'm a fan is because more often than not he does the right thing. But he's not God, neither is anyone God. Where I'm saying that everything he does cannot be right.
Yeah.
And it goes for everyone.
Yeah, there is no concrete reason to hate or love a player.
Even the man that we called God of cricket in
Yeah,
Sachin Tendulkar, also there were occasions we criticized.
Of course.
How can anyone be above criticism, boss?
When Tendulkar failed in that New Zealand series just before the World Cup, he averaged only 0.6, 3 matches, 2 runs. That's it. A prominent media portal ran the headline, Tendulkar.
Yeah.
So even he was criticized.
Of course,
in a big
it
way.
has to be. I'm just saying, I was watching a Cristiano Ronaldo interview, one of the greats of the game. He says that, I'm always criticized, I'm always under scrutiny. He was saying, so I'm saying everyone is. You can, the greatest of them all, Diego Maradona was 50% of his life was criticism, 50% was praise.
Even Pele. For that
Everyone.
Scored in Farmers League and this and that.
Exactly.
See, the thing is, what I am suggesting is that in 2022, your build-up was 30 plus games. You played 30 plus T20I games because that was a T20 World Cup year.
And because the World Cup was later in the year also.
Now, after the ODI World Cup has ended, you just have a 7-month grace period.
And you played 3
Actually,
series.
5 effectively.
Actually, no, only 3. Because 2 months are going to be
Test matches.
and 2
And
months
IPL.
So only this 3 games. From 30 plus, you have come down to 3 games, and you don't know what your core is. Not helped by the fact that Hardik Pandya got injured. Sky also got injured. And we don't know when the he'll come back for the IPL definitely.
Later parts of the IPL is what reports are suggesting.
Oh my god.
So he'll miss the initial stages, maybe first 2-3 games, because again, he's undergoing surgery, right, for sports hernia.
That means 2 months.
Exactly.
That means
2 months is recovery and then get back into match fitness.
Yikes.
You remember KL Rahul as
Rahul,
well.
yeah.
2022, he had the same problem.
August. He came back in August after suffering it in June.
Of course, but then in his case also, there was he got COVID also, remember? So
Oh yeah. COVID plus sports hernia. And that is the reason why, look, everything, all what we are debating now is great. But wait for May 4th. A lot will change after that. Because you have to pick the team 1 month prior to the World Cup. Or maybe May 1st.
May 1st. Because
June 1
first-
is the tournament starting, right? So May 1st, you'll see a totally different team.
How would you see a totally different? Who are going to change from here? Doesn't matter what
Bumrah
happens
comes
in the
back.
IPL. Oh,
Shami
yeah,
or
those
Siraj
guys
will
we all know. Yeah, those
Batting
guys
wise-
nothing is going to change. Of course, Shami, Bumrah,
KL
Jadeja, not KL Rahul, Jadeja, your
Yeah.
fast bowlers, they're going to come back.
Yeah.
What's the
Virat, Rohit.
But
they're already here.
But the
back,
the
matlab-
head coach also said yesterday that all we've got is these 3 games and 4-5 games of the IPL. So what if the door may be left ajar for
Nothing
KL
is going to.
Rahul?
I am repeat again. You
5
guys have been
games.
going on about IPL. Nothing IPL will impact zilch.
But
There will
head
be
coach
a
is
zero
saying-
impact of IPL. Zero impact. I'll tell you why. You take anywhere. Let's start with Rohit Sharma. If he does not have 5 good games in IPL, are you dropping him? Virat Kohli does not have those 5 games. Are you dropping him? Yashasvi Jaiswal does not have 5 good games. Are you
If
dropping
KL
him?
has 5 good games,
No, he's not coming back. Not coming back.
he has to have 5 good games in the middle order.
Middle order.
Forget about it.
No chance. So
You don't know what Ishan Kishan-
nothing is happening unless what will happen is if somebody gets injured, which is something that can happen.
we don't know about Ishan Kishan when he will come back.
He's not in. Very naughty.
Shivam is saying when I said injury, it has to be quote unquote injury.
Yeah. See, again, there is no communication. Absolutely zero communication. That is why all
Rahul
these-
Dravid communicated with us yesterday. With us, I mean the media,
Of course.
not us.
But Jan 11th, Kohli taking a break wasn't communicated much before. Wasn't it?
But maybe it was a last minute break he took. Maybe he was supposed to be there and there was some sort of an emergency that happened last moment, and so he called up and said, I can't make it.
I really want to work with the BCCI. They give leaves with such. Let's say, leave.
Have you ever been denied a leave? Then
And if there is an emergency in the house, there may have been, then don't you get that leave?
Thankfully, it's not happened.
Yeah, but in case it was,
it has happened.
Shane called me once there was an emergency, he wanted to go, so he went, na?
Oh.
I came
So-
late in the day.
Yeah, you
So
had
whatever.
multiple
So,
emergencies.
why can't you extend the same courtesy to a player also?
Of course.
If he would have had an emergency, he would have called last moment.
Too bad internet
So
tells you things
as
at
soon as
times.
it was, the BCCI was informed about it, because what I heard was that Virat was supposed to be there in Mohali. Last moment he called to say that he cannot make it. It could have been a last moment emergency. Harshad has his own theory. You may believe or may not believe, which he said yesterday in dugout. There's a good chance that was there, or there's a chance that is not there. It cannot be 100%.
But
Yeah, you said it like
sheer
that.
coincidence in
But
that
I'm saying
case.
your theory, but there could be that theory, or there could be a genuine emergency. We don't know.
We don't know.
But it was last moment.
It's never known. it's never ever known when it comes to the Indian cricket team. So that's why 2024, chaotic start, I would say, with all these developments that we've had in the 10 days.
Wait, if you have to wait and see if today goes not as per plan, it'll become even more chaotic.
By the way, looking forward to be watching the Afghanistan team. We haven't spent a moment talking about them. They've got Ramanullah Gurbaz, attacking wicketkeeper batter, really good. Ibrahim Zadran, we saw him at the World Cup, outstanding.
Century against Australia.
You got Rahmat Shah, Azmatullah Omarzai.
Gujarat Titans guy.
Yes. Najibullah. Then you've got Nabi, again, an
Mumbai
experienced campaigner. Gulbadin.
Kareem Janat is back. Fazal Haq, Faruqi, Naveenul Haq.
Their bowling lineup is good. Fazal Haq, Faruqi, Naveenul Haq, good new ball bowlers.
Yes.
Mujib they've got.
In fact, a funny story, the last three players, Fazal Haq, Naveen, Mujib, all could have potentially not been playing this series because they were all in dispute with the AC, right?
Yes.
Only got a relaxation very recently.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
But they're here. Rashid Khan, of course, the star spinner, misses out. Add him to the mix.
Don't forget
the team.
Don't forget Noor Ahmed.
Why are they not playing Noor? I don't know why they don't
Where
play
do they slot him in? There's already so many spinners.
Noor. Today, when there was no Rashid, at least you could have played him.
I mean, they've got Nabi, they've got Mujib, they've got Naveen. So many spinners here.
I don't know. Yeah, Noor is deadly.
Noor is, But maybe they could have removed Fazal Haq and kept Noor.
Who will bowl with the new ball?
Naveen.
But you need two, na yaar.
Gulbadin Naib.
But he can get top.
Fazal Haq is good for power plays.
You need Fazal Haq and Naveen. Third.
No, you also got Omarzai, no?
maybe-
Omarzai also bowls
Again, but
then he's more. I think in
30 plus.
No, I think in T20Is you're not risking him with the new ball. Fazal Haq is a proven commodity with the new ball. You have to go
you
with
have
him.
to play. Right.
Unless he encounters Naseem Shah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So good bowling, but I guess
That also he bowled well.
2 full tosses, 6.
And T20 is a very unpunishing format. I mean, a punishing format, unforgiving.
Unforgiving.
It was small ground,
Sharjah, exactly.
got hit.
Yep. So so only a left arm pacer. You got a right arm fast bowler, leg spinner, off spinner, right arm pacer.
So don't take them lightly. Afghanistan.
Point to prove for Zadran, the captain, because he's been under criticism for his strike rate.
Where have we heard that?
He only has a strike rate of about 107. So yeah.
And here we complain about 137. Look at us.
He's a bit of a parchi,
He is a little bit.
isn't he?
Yeah. Then again, that was the same case with, I think, in 2019. They had so much chaos. Gulbadin Naib became captain from out of absolutely nowhere.
Because Asghar Afghan was dropped.
So that they do have this tendency of taking random calls.
But this opening pair, looking forward to it.
Gurbaz put on
and
a show.
Ibrahim Zadran.
This guy.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, 103 there.
103. Yikes, even worse.
103?
This is almost like.
Jesus. That was considered bad in the early days of the IPL.
No, it is now the benchmark for ODIs, not a T20I anymore. So,
Okay, maybe one or two quick questions. Satish B.
hello all of you. Your thoughts on Phoebe Litchfield
You
batting?
mentioned
Yesterday.
I feel she'll be the biggest superstar. Also, Smith opening the test match. I feel he will be K. I think he missed.
He will be back or something, he means.
He'll be okay, I guess.
on Smith, I've mentioned it earlier. Michael Clark said that he will become the best opener ever. So he's very happy. I'm not too sure. I don't think it's a great idea, but we'll see.
Not convinced myself.
He's the new Australian opener who was at the Australian Open.
Yeah.
That video is up on Sports Today. You can check that out. And for Phoebe, we've spoken about the other day.
She's a superstar in the making, that girl.
Into the making, yes. You found a Beth Mooney come Meg Lanning kind of a cricketer.
Hybrid.
Yeah.
That's deadly.
Frightening.
Yeah. And she's got age on her side. Big time. Mr. Shaker from the US is saying, good day gents, though I agree with you Shane that youngsters should have been promoted, but how can you say that Iyer is bigger match winner than proven?
No, you're putting words in my mouth, Mr. Shekhar. I said if given a choice at number 3 between Virat Kohli and Shreyas Iyer, current form, I will go with the Shreyas Iyer. That doesn't make him a bigger match winner. It depends on what it is I expect. If you're okay with 182 and then a whole tournament of doing nothing much, then that's fine. But I want intent in the middle order, and I get that guaranteed with Iyer.
Oh, it was more than the 82. Yeah, 296 runs he got, and he was one of India's top run scorers.
At what strike rate?
Strike
Beyond that, beyond
again,
Melbourne,
that-
and even that Melbourne knock, by the way, aided considerably by those 2 freak sixes at the end. That was a freak knock. I'll take nothing away from that.
And also that one glare which ensured a no ball.
Okay, Piyush Nandre wants to know your prediction. He's gone with 156 for 8 and he believes Arshdeep will take 3 wickets. Good call. Go ahead.
Well, yeah. I would say Bishnoi will be the star and Afghanistan will make about 140.
140 on this track?
Looks like a slow deck.
No, really? I say about 170, but I think India waltz.
Yeah, India waltzing, but I think
I will go with the 146.
I'm going 17. You went with 170?
70, yeah.
So,
Can go more than that, it's alright.
yeah, I was thinking 70, so I'll go 70, or let me go 65.
Okay.
160.
165. Okay.
Okay, what's happening? I mean, it's not started yet because I think some issue.
Visibility is not an issue even before the game started.
No, it seems okay.
Look, if you
Uh-oh.
No?
side screen,
Oh,
Was that a side screen or was that a faulty floodlight?
Akash Bardwaj gone with 159 and he believes India will win.
India winning this, yes.
You can sight the ball pretty well. Naman Kandapal's gone with 147.
147 for 9.
Interesting.
Yep. Remember, anyway, in this kind of visibility, if you hit it up in the air, good luck in catching. Already
yeah.
normal circumstances, Mohali you can't catch.
low floodlights.
Low floodlights.
That looked like a faulty floodlight to me, by the way.
Floodlight? Oh.
Yeah. Wait, didn't this happen even in the IPL?
Yes.
Yes, it did.
Punjab Kings versus KKR. That don't remind me of that game.
Faulty floodlight. After that, the rain came and
Ah.
it denied KKR the victory.
Correct,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Very frustrating day. that was.
Lakshman Singh Rathore with 156.
Yes.
We'll find out once the innings is done. KK has gone 185.
Wow, Mr. Shaker 171. Nah.
Okay, we'll see you mid innings.
Mid-innings.
Look forward to your company. Enjoy the game. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye, Nandri.
95.
Ashish, yaar, come on.
Nah, they're not that bad.